Alright everyone, over 30 plus Jurassic World Rebirth toys have been revealed, and this is just wave 1. There's still like 10 more or so in wave 2, but we of course do have like 12 inches, so this new Spino, and I really like its neck flap. The other toy doesn't have that. We also have T Rex as 12 inch. This one looks really good. I would almost say it's based off the movie model, and maybe they did that to save time or something. But yeah, besides that, it does have the grey colour, which isn't accurate, but still really cool. Then we also have Mosasaurus 12 inch. So just really cool, because all these figures, we know they're going to make them really huge and pretty expensive for most people, so some won't be able to buy them. But luckily, these 12 inches shrunk down enough that people can probably buy. Same with Quetzalcoatlus. Now, I would honestly prefer the actual Mattel one over this one, just because you can put it in a sitting position and flying position. But this one, you can still have it in a flying position and would be tons of fun for a cheap Quetz. We also have the Sound Surge T Rex, so very similar to the 12 inch T Rex. I think this one, however, is going to be way more bulky. So the 12 inches are normally like really flat, and the Sound Surge ones are more widened out, basically. So looking forward to that. And then Iani Smithi, we're going into frenzy packs now, going from smallest all the way up to biggest. We have Iani Smithi, which is like an iguanodontid, and it's really cool because we haven't got Drysaurus yet, but this is our closest to it, and I just think it's awesome. We also have Torvoneustes, another aquatic. I really like the aquatics because they seem pretty unique in the Mattel line, but then again, they are starting to make more and more, so they're becoming less unique, but they're still cool, and I think Torvoneustes has that nice, cool crocodilian mouth. Then we also have Edmontonia, so I believe an ankylosaur or nodosaur, but yeah, it's really cool. It's got like green kind of back armor and yeah, cream colored underbelly along with purple spikes, so it's just awesome to see. And then Proceratosaurus is back. Very happy with this. It is just the Cam Cretaceous Proceratosaurus. It's no new color, but I'm still appreciative of it because, you know, any Proce recognition is appreciated. And then we have Inostrancevia in the strike attack range. So going on to strike attacks now, this is one to look forward to. Even though, you know, strike attacks can be on and off, I still think it's really cool. It's our first Gorgonopsid. Would love to get it. Then we have Yuxisaurus. This was meant to be released in the Chaos Theory line, but got cancelled out for something. I believe it was a danger pack, but now it's gone and moved on to strike attacks. So yeah, we've got a green Yuxisaurus, very cool. And then we have repackaged, or not, I don't know, it might be a repaint, Monolophosaurus. It's got a black paint scheme. It looks very similar to the one that came with the Leucistic Baryonyx, except I think that one was grey, and this one's more black. It looks more like an Inostrancevia pattern. And then we have the Tapejara as part of the strike attacks. So super cool to see because it hasn't been around since like Dino Rivals, but I do think it's the same pattern as well. So if you had it OG, sucks to be you. But then Utahraptor is getting a wild roar, so I think we know most of the wild roars, but still would like to go over them because new images keep getting revealed of them. But yeah, I don't think this one will be in the movie, but I think all the other wild roars we'll talk about are most likely in the movie, such as Maiasaura. And that is because we know they're recreating the Rex River Raft scene, and in the novel, when they're going through that scene, T-Rex has a Maiasaura carcass next to it, and we know in that scene they have a dead Parasaur carcass, which we know is being used as a reference for CGI. Over it. And then Baryonyx also is getting a figure. This one is orange. I don't know if it will be in the movie, but it's so new, and it's like, maybe they've done it because we're getting a new Baryonyx in the movie. Same for Nasutoceratops, because normally it's red with, you know, it has grey with a red pattern, but this one's more of like a sandy grey with dark blue pattern. So I wonder if we'll be getting these two in Rebirth. Would be cool. But then Tyrannotitan. These gigantic Thrashers, we got 2 of them, but then we of course do have wave 2, which we will probably save for another video because there's no images of wave 2 yet. But Tyrannotitan looks interesting. Not exactly Tyrannotitan-like, but it's still cool to see. It's almost Iguanodon. No, just Iguana inspired. And Eotriceratops getting a figure too. This one's cool. I would love to see an actual Rebirth trike because I hear they're redoing it. I think they're redoing most of the species, but Eotriceratops still very cool. And then finally, onto Tailed Thrasher, Spinosaurus. So most of you know this one. Like the 12-inch one I said, the 12-inch one actually has the neck flap, whereas this one doesn't. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe some are more, the 12 inches are more accurate to movie designs, like the Power Devour T Rex. Whilst I do appreciate like its chunkiness, like I assume it will be in the movie, which is perfect, you know, that's what we want for T-Rex. I don't think it's going to be grey. I'm pretty sure it's brown with like black striping maybe. And then we also have the Bite and Blast Mosasaurus. So this one comes with a mini little Dilophosaurus, which I think we're also getting a normal sized Dilophosaurus too, because it was in an advert, and you know, Spinosaurus whacks off the cliff for Mosasaurus to eat and then shoots out the main one, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, Aerial Ambush Quetz. This is the one I was mainly talking about, that you can put in a sitting pose and a flying pose, so it's almost like a Hammond collection, because that's what you can do with Geosternbergia. I feel like you can do it even better with this one as well. So yeah, curious to see. And then Titanosaurus, we haven't talked about this yet, but they're just going straight for the big thing, you know. There's no there's meant to be like a mini Titanosaurus, but I don't know what else we're getting, you know. Maybe Lego, well, there is Lego, but just huge Titanosaurus. And then we've got D-Rex slash Villain Dino. So we don't have a proper Mattel reveal of it yet, but we saw what a mini one looked like. So the Mattel toy is most likely going to be brown, I'm assuming, like that drawing. And then we're also getting human sets, obviously, like Martin Krebs and Velociraptor vehicle sets. So this is the Jurassic World Rebirth Velociraptor, obviously it kind of has to be. And then it comes with the JWR Jeep. And then we're also getting Zora, Bennett, and Velociraptor. Now, there's no image of this yet, but considering we're already getting the male raptor and something else, I assume this might be like a white female, considering that's what has been shown on a banner. We'll have to wait and see. But then we're also getting Dr. Henry Loomis and Juvenile Tyrannon. Now, I hear the Tyrannon in this movie, Pteranodons maybe, is meant to be like the male Jurassic World Tyrannon with Geosternbergia coloring, so maybe that's what the Juvenile will look like. I could assume so. And then on to Super Colossals, we do have the Super Colossal T Rex. We've had a look at it. Very similar to Power Devour T Rex, but obviously it's going to be sized up. I'm kind of glad I got the Dominion Super Colossal T Rex, because that's more what the T Rexes look like in this franchise, the brown coloring. And then we're also getting Super Colossal Mosasaurus. This one's probably worth it, because if you put amongst your collection, I feel like it will scale well compared to normal figures, whereas the previous Mosasauruses were just as big as like your massive carnivores, whereas they could have been bigger. And then we're also supposed to be getting Super Colossal Hero Dino Spinosaurus. So I assume this will just be, you know, what the regular Mattel one and the 12-inch one will look like, with the brown and the yellow striping on it. Yeah, I'm still waiting on the rest of the trio. But then Super Colossal D Rex, so probably the same thing, could be brown, but you never know, maybe it'll be movie accurate and could have a mossy green sort of coloring. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. That was a lot. Make sure to watch up here for more, and I will see you all later. Bye everyone.